Skiddly doodly do, family, friends. I'm gonna raise my desk up. I don't know why I started this before I was really ready, but maybe I started it just so you can know your girl don't always have her shit together. But yeah, I have some time. Some time, and that feels good. That part feels really good. I'm grateful to be sitting with you, and I would love to start with just a breath together. I'm going to take a breath in. I'm going to let it go. Yeah. All right. I'm also going to spray some juju oil on me. Juju oil, I got it at Carolina Bloom. Your girl is fresh off of 3 weeks of just getting out there and being inside of this really freaking powerful work that's being done, that I'm doing within myself, on myself. But it's work that, it doesn't feel always like hard. I think conditioning has made us believe that we just associate work with it being hard and like strenuous, etc., etc. But really the work is like the definition of the most abundant ease and the deepest, hardest work. So it's like literally both. And yeah, the past 3 weeks after being in Guatemala and then a couple days back home, and then we leave again and we road trip to North Carolina for Carolina Bloom. And I have another little podcast I'd like to do, and just specifically for that retreat because it deserves it. But yeah, 40 women in the rolling forest lands of North Carolina was really cool. And I'm home now and have been home. It is Friday morning here, and I speak to this at every retreat, how, the facilitators in our web, we are not immune to the integration that's needed, to the stuff that comes up, to just the things that have to be sat with and also enjoyed. I've been enjoying this week amongst just a little challenging little blip in my motherhood journey with my son's health. There's something coming up, and I'm not going to speak to it directly. I will share eventually. But I'd like to speak to the experience with the intention of maybe you being able to apply any part of this to your own empowerment when it comes to your wellness or someone in your family. Because I know that, all of us know someone that's suffering right now, or someone who is, having some type of physical experience that may not be pleasant. It may be us. There may be things still within our health and our wellness that we want to conquer or heal in this lifetime. We may not be able to do it for all of the things, but here's what I want to talk about and this came up so profoundly in my breath work this morning after I was like up a lot through the night, researching things and looking at different ways to go about, naturally holding space for what Cairo is experiencing, and really just like activating my own like stress around it or worry. And what I came back to in my breathwork practice, and we're all sitting there and doing breathwork this morning, it was just like, Danielle, like you are supposed to be one of the ones that's standing for energetic wellness and the energetics of wellness and the really deep knowing that so much of what we experience physically can be shifted, healed, those things, from changing our beliefs or changing the way in which our connection to that ailment or disease lives within us. And I've known this for so long. My real root to this truth came from just really right when I started in 2014. I just got so tired of hearing every time I would go to the doctor that I was like doomed to get cancer because my grandparents had it. And I was like, God, like they're really making me believe that this is something that will happen to me. And just the language around it and just the Western medical system being so disempowering to be in, and having now, especially the people, the two women that I love the most outside of my mom, both of them, my grandmother and my sister, just being just deteriorating to the Western medical system's care of disease. So all of these things, my unique experience, just like your unique experience, has led me to just be in this state of, deep questioning, deep contemplation, just always looking at my experience of my health and the people around me. And, I think the Matrix does a really good job of just making it so easy for us to give all of our power up to doctors and the medical system and products and supplements and medicines and shots and surgeries and all of these things, when, we've just completely bypassed the channel of information that connects us to how we see our bodies, how we see health, how we speak to ourselves, how we think about disease, our beliefs around our certain paths that we may get this disease because our parents had it or our grandparents had it. Like, all of these things contribute to what manifests, what we experience. I can't not believe that. So this is just a belief, right, that I have, and you are welcome to not believe this. Okay, I'm sharing from this place of what I am sitting with, as I have to hold space for my child's wellness and my wellness. And I think the biggest part of this path that I find myself on, that many of you are on, is like, we just keep taking radical responsibility for our health and what's manifesting in our well-being, because there's a part of us that knows that there's this natural order and flow and vitality and well-being that we are born with that gets tampered here by the system. And, we can't look around at all of the just huge rises in diseases and mental disorders and physical disorders and cancers. And like, we can't not perk our ears up and say, what the fuck? And like, stop giving the systems that have all the power so much power, right? And so this has been my kind of silent, sometimes not so silent soapbox that I've been on since I started my journey. And today I just want to like lovingly wrap my arms around all of us as I am sitting in my own like fear space and the part of me that wants to get disempowered and like go against my inner knowing. I just want to remind all of us that like we are here for a reason. We are here at this point where there is so much to uncover and discover, because we're equipped to go on this journey. We're equipped to see health in a new way and embody that too. And I only speak to that because I do as much as I can inside of my own humanness and, messiness. I do as much as I can to really like walk alongside that statement that, embodying it ourselves. Does it mean that our health has to be perfect all the time? No, like I have my own little things here and there that I'm working with, but overall, I think the prime reality that we have access to now, within that, there is a version of these very smart physical bodies that's just fucking like illuminated and super healthy and feels really good and doesn't need just the laundry lists of supplements and protocols and all of this to be that. It's doing that from an energetic state of well-being, how we're mentally feeling, emotionally feeling, spiritually what we're connected to. And, while I still make the very 3D choices that have to happen, I cannot let myself lose this knowing that I'm speaking to. So my hope is that on some level this makes sense, or it may be like, Danielle, you need to take a nap and not. I don't know. Whatever is coming up in this share, I just am grateful that you are here. Also, that you are like so very much on your own journey. I tend to magnetize beings that do take a level of responsibilities for themselves, and that also have an immense amount of medicine and magic to contribute to the collective during these times. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for allowing me the space to utilize this method of speaking to what's present for me in this moment. And I love you guys. I think this is enough for today. I have just like 6 more things on my to-do list that I would love to check on off before that baby gets back. But grateful for space to be sitting down and for the evolution, even when it's sticky. I love y'all. I'm going to take a big breath in. And I'm going to let it go. See you soon.